brief explanation of how I use my synthesizers and how I control them. So what I've got a Korg Kross, the original version, which I bought in lockdown, and I've got an Arturia Keystep, and I've got Volca keys, Volca new bass, and a Volca sample. I won't be using the Volca sample today, but sometimes I'll use it for drums instead of the keyboard. But I find using the drums off the keyboard is just really simple for live situations. So I've got synth pad and Alexa pad programmed on here, and I can just start a tempo going like so. Now on the Arturia Keystep, it's very easy to change the MIDI on the Volcas. You press Shift, and I've got the new bass programmed to channel 2, so that is F sharp. You just press F sharp, and that's now on channel 2. So now I'm pressing bass. I'm going to use the internal sequencer, not the one on the Arturia for this, because I'm going to use the Arturia sequencer for the Volca keys. So I've got now, if I now change the MIDI channel by going Shift and F, that puts us onto channel 1 now.
Now, while I'm thinking about it, let me just explain to you how this all connects up. You've got a MIDI cable coming out of MIDI out of the Korg Kross, which goes along, and it goes into the back of the Arturia Keystep. So that's the MIDI in of the Arturia Keystep. Then the MIDI out splits two ways. It goes to a splitter cable, and then you've got the MIDI in on the Volca keys, and then you've got the MIDI in on the new bass. So you've got channel 1 for the Volca keys, and you've got channel 2 for the new bass. And how you change it on here is you press Shift, and that goes, press F, and that takes you to channel 1, and Shift and press at the same, press and hold Shift, and then F sharp. As you can see, you've got MIDI 1, MIDI 2, and that changes your channels.
Record. So the red light is now lit on the Arturia Keystep. So that's ready, should be double time. There we go. So far we've got the new bass using its internal sequencer, and we've got the Arturia Keystep using, telling the Volca keys what to do. Now, I've got the pulse on the Korg Kross, but now if I press drum track, it's now in time. If I press any key, it'll start the drum track off like this. It's important you do that in time because it can get out of sequence. Now I've got two sustain pedals on the floor. So the one on the left controls the Korg Kross. If I do this, I'm hands free. So I kind of wish to, but it does feel a bit weird. Play the piano at the same time. I'll take my pedal off. Or I may just as well So it will stop the Volca keys. So now we've just got the Korg Kross and the bass. So I can technically take this, take out the drums. I can technically take them out all at the same time if I do this. So I'm going to press run. And press play to stop it. And then take my foot off at the same time. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. So that's one of the ways that I use my synthesizers. If you've got other things that you do, extra ideas, or just got any questions, please do ask. Thanks for watching. Cheers.